Welcome to episode 14 of IE. This month we bring you an early look at the hottest sequel of '95, Warcraft 2. And straight from the leading edge of immersive games technology comes our company profile of Looking Glass Technologies. And last but not least, our interview subject is the mind behind the strategy at Impressions, David Lester. One of the most striking elements of Terra Nova is the landscapes you'll play through. The smooth scrolling evokes memories of Comanche Maximum Overkill, and the ground detail smacks of Magic Carpet.
What we're able to do is give texture map realism and detail up close to the player while still able to render a very large area. For example, we're rendering all the way out in the distance to show mountains, but you can really walk right up to those mountains and it'll be rendered in the same detail as the stuff right next to you when you get there. It's not like a backdrop or anything. It looks really good.
The cameras can also be put into Virtual Lemming mode. When this is selected, you click on one of the on-screen lemmings and suddenly you get to see the world through his eyes. This becomes critical to the strategy when the lemmings go through small openings that the cameras can't fit through. You can even piggyback this effect and hop from one lemming's perspective to another's. This effect has caused the IE staff to give this the affectionate name of Dooming. Want the latest word in PC entertainment software delivered right to your mailbox? IE now comes with the Flipcase, previously available only in software stores, for only $79 US for 12 episodes. All the hottest previews, reviews, and hints and tips, plus patches, game demos, and video interviews, all at 1/3 off the newsstand price. So what are you waiting for? Call our subscription line at 1-800-56-CD-MAG. That's 1-800-562-3624. Sega is to be commended for creating an online help feature to aid players in the conversion up to Chaotix, showing uneasy gamers exactly how to execute certain commands and moves with the tether. Until you get used to it, the new feature can be extremely annoying. Players who are used to blazing through levels at sonic speed will be in for a surprise. Nonetheless, the ring force field grew on me after a while, as it allows for much more interesting levels later on in the game. Still, I question why Sega introduced this feature during the first level of the game. Why didn't they wait until the second or third world and ease players into the near future? Getting back to the game at hand, Knuckles and your new Ring Buddy will enter a carnival and the fun and games will start to unfold. Side-scrolling platform titles have not been a prime concern of the 3DO machine, leaving that territory to the big boys such as Nintendo and Sega. Gex is in a whole league by itself, showing Nintendo and Sega that this lizard is at the top of the video game food chain. The animation for Gex is 3D rendered similar to Donkey Kong Country, but the enemies are hand-drawn sprites as seen in most conventional platform epics. Obviously, the high color resolution graphics allow for an impressive palette of colors. But what kind of picture does Crystal Dynamics paint with this palette? What results is a portrait of a fly-swatting, web-tangling, amphibian-fest of a game encompassing some 5 different worlds of play.
Impressions was set up by me and somebody called Edward Grabowski with some friends and family supporting in the background in 1988 as a hobby company. We thought that we could produce games that were better than some of what was being put out at the time, which was mainly coin-op and movie licensed arcade games. And we thought there was some scope for more originality in products than was happening then.
That's all for this month. Thanks for joining us. Be sure and tune in again for our upcoming coverage of the first ever Electronic Entertainment Expo, the review of the newest LucasArts adventure game Full Throttle, and an interactive interview with the creative force behind the success of Bullfrog, Peter Molyneux.